Most terrifying 2022 predictions: new COVID, alien invasion and World War III. What Baba Vanga has amazingly predicted in the past. What Baba Vanga has amazingly predicted in the past. 2021 was not a year we will look back on fondly, but 2022 could be even worse, with predictions being made about natural disasters, inflation and even an alien invasion. Most terrifying 2022 predictions: new COVID, alien invasion and World War III. It's finally time to bid farewell to 2021, and it's not a year we're going to look back on fondly. There have been more lockdowns, political unrest and serious concerns over the environment. However, those hoping for a break might not be in luck, as 2022 looks like it could be even worse. There are a handful of terrifying predictions from French astrologer and Dr. Nostradamus, including a war in France, inflation and even cannibalism. Blind clairvoyant Baba Vanga envisaged natural disasters, a water crisis and an alien invasion, by the end of next year, and some are even speculating there could be World War III. Here is a look at some of the things we might need to be worried about in 2022. New pandemic. The biggest concern about next year is definitely COVID and whether new deadly strains will form. The virus is here to stay, Paul Hunter. Ultimately, we will see more waves of infection over time, but each wave will be less of a pressure on the health service. Even if we do manage to get the infection rate down, some fear there could be a new virus wreaking havoc. Baba Vanga, who has many predictions people believe continue to come true following her death in 1996, envisaged another pandemic. This time it's predicted to be discovered in Siberia and caused by a frozen virus that will be released by climate change. World War III. There are serious concerns over a possible global war in the coming year, and one possible cause could be the ongoing tensions between China and Taiwan. The incursions from nuclear-capable Chinese warplanes has ratcheted up tensions over the tiny US-backed island. Relations between the two nations are at their worst in 40 years, Taiwan's defense minister said at the end of last year. Western allies of Taiwan have expressed their concern at China's open display of military might, and it is widely feared any form of armed confrontation could quickly escalate into a global conflict. Meanwhile, Russia has reportedly approved plans for urgent mass graves, amid fears a war could break out after an invasion of Ukraine. Russian outlet MK say that the burial sites were constructed as a priority after they allegedly appeared on leaked legal documents that are expected to come into force on February 1. If that wasn't bad enough, Nostradamus believed this would be a year involving war. Michel de Nostradame, as he was known at the time, published his infamous book Les Prophéties back in 1555, featuring 942 forecasts. While it's tricky to pin down exact dates with Nostradamus, the prediction. A recurring theme throughout Nostradamus's predictions is the invasion of France by a threat from the east. However, the following prediction is speculated to be referring to the spring of 2022. Blue head shall white head. Harm in such degree. As France's good to both shall e'er amount. Much like all of Nostradamus' predictions, this one is rather vague, but it could be alluding to the breakout of World War III. Extreme climate event. It's definitely time to get concerned about our planet. According to Baba Vanga, more earthquakes and tsunamis are on the cards, as well as intense bouts of floods in Australia and parts of Asia. Meanwhile, many cities will be hit by water shortages with political consequences, as countries are forced to find alternatives, according to her forecast. She also predicted famine in India, where temperatures will supposedly reach 50 degrees, causing locusts to attack crops. There's not much hope when turning to Nostradamus, as he predicted rising sea temperatures way back in 1555. Like the sun the head shall sear the shining sea. The Black Sea's living fish shall all but boil. When Rhodes and Genoa half-starved shall be, the local folk to cut them up shall toil. Global temperatures continue to climb, with sea levels rise and food chain complications already starting to become apparent. Is 2022 going to be the year in which temperatures reach breaking point? Inflation. A worldwide pandemic, political instability and political instability have all contributed to an inflation boom in recent years. In 2022 we can expect to see tax hikes, energy bill increases and less money in our pockets. Another warning Nostradamus issued is about the rising prices in a failing economy and even a hint of cannibalism. Nostradamus stated, "No abbots, monks, no novices to learn. Honey shall cost far more than candle wax. So high the price of wheat. That man is stirred. His fellow man to eat in his despair. That doesn't sound too appealing. Alien invasion. 2022 could be the year where we are finally visited by extraterrestrials, but will they be friendly? If books, films and TV shows are to be believed, then we had better be prepared. Most scenarios end up with humans having to fight off an attack from beings from another planet. Baba Vanga believed that this will be the years aliens invade the planet by sending an asteroid to seek out life on Earth with an unfriendly outcome. It sounds exactly like the plot of War of the Worlds, which is definitely not a good thing. Let's hope this is one prediction she got very wrong.